If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the community. You won't want to miss what happens next. What if the mother who chose Yoo-hoo opened her arms, her home, and her heart to give you the family you'd always dreamed of wasn't truly seeing you, but a ghost from her past? What if every warm smile, every extravagant gift, every strict rule she set wasn't about welcoming you into her world, but about trying to bring back the daughter she lost, the one whose shadow still filled every room? What if you discovered that your adoption was unborn from pure love for U-Boot, from a desperate hope that you could fill a void no child ever should have to fill? What if the love you finally received came with strings you couldn't see, strings tied to someone else's memory, someone else's grief? And what if facing that truth meant choosing between staying to ease her pain, or walking away to protect your own heart? I know how shattering it feels to realize the love you've engraved your whole life might not be entirely yours, because I lived it. My name is Chloe, and this is the story of how I went from a lonely orphan yearning for a mother to discovering that the woman who adopted me was still mourning her real daughter, Sophie, and how unlocking a forbidden room forced me to confront a love that was beautiful, broken, and painfully complicated. It's a story about secrets locked behind doors, memories that bleed into the present, and the quiet courage it takes to build a real family when the one you re-given is haunted by ghosts. But the music kept pulling me in, like it was daring me to come closer. My brain screamed to turn back, but my legs wouldn't listen. The second I opened the door, the music stopped abruptly, like it knew I was there. "Hello, who's there?" And then I saw him more. It's a figure in the shadows, wearing a mask. My whole body froze. I couldn't breathe. And then I did the only thing that made sense. I ran all the way back to my room. I thought my heart was going to explode. I was safe now, right? But my brain wouldn't shut up. Who was that? Why the mask? What were they doing there? I knew I should forget about it, pretend it never happened. But no. Curiosity wasn't going to let me off the hook that easy. I had to know, even if it was the dumbest idea ever. So, a few days later, I went back to the music room to investigate. In the music room, there was an old bookshelf covered in dust for a long time, but I noticed one book had no dust on it at all. When I tried to pull it out, the bookshelf suddenly trembled and shifted, revealing a hidden passage. I needed to check it out. The creepy passage led me to the base of the school's bell tower, place we students usually only saw from the outside. As I kept exploring the tower, I spotted an oak door. It was locked, so I peeked through the keyhole. But just as I looked in, I appeared, giving me a mini heart attack. And to make matters worse, I heard footsteps. I hid behind a pillar, and soon enough, Headmaster Victor showed up. He looked around and started to unlock the door, but then I almost gave myself away by startling those pigeons. I was freaking out, thinking this was it. I was about to get kicked out. Luckily, the bell rang just in time, even though it wasn't supposed to. I quickly tiptoed out of there, staying out of sight. I ran back to the hallway, trying to catch my breath. What happened to you? Don't ask. Please tell me you didn't go to that music room again. Zoya, you crazy. I won't go again. Okay, but I guess the mystery of the castle seemed drawn to me. That night I was woken up by a noise. Someone had eaten the apples on the table. It definitely wasn't Maggie or me. So I got up to check. I went onto the balcony and everything seemed normal until I spotted a fourth gargoyle statue. Where did you come from? As I crept closer to the new statue, it moved. It was a person. And before I could stop him there, he went down the wall, Spider-Man style. But what just happened? The next night, I left my balcony door open and set out a meal, hoping the ghost would come back. And then, after waiting for hours, he finally did. I got up slowly and followed him. Hey, wait. He turned so quickly that he knocked me off balance. I was going to hit the floor, but he caught me just in time. He was so close I could feel his breath on my cheek. You're even more beautiful up close. Thank you. Wait, up close. Where did you see me before? Well, you kind of like to visit the music room a lot. And recently when you were at the bell tower, it was you inside the bell tower, yes. Did you ring the bell for me so Headmaster Victor wouldn't catch me? Okay, so you live in the bell tower. You climb the walls of this castle college like Spider-Man. You're wearing this creepy mask. You're the one who plays the organ in the dead of the night. You are the ghost of the bell tower. Well, you got everything right except the ghost part. I'm very much alive. Why live like this, hiding away? It's complicated. I'm not supposed to be seen. Father says if someone sees Mead, they can be cursed. Father, you mean that grumpy old headmaster Victor? Yes, I couldn't believe it. He was the headmaster's son and he was being kept locked in a bell tower. That's cruel, and there's no such thing as curses. Have you ever felt like you didn't quite fit in? Well, get ready for a story that will pull you right in. It all starts with Zoya, a girl who feels like an outsider at her new boarding school. But her life is about to change forever when she stumbles upon a hidden secret within the school's old walls. Deep in a forgotten part of the school, Zoya finds a boy named Isaac. He's been kept in isolation his whole life, hidden away because of a rare genetic condition called Waardenburg syndrome, which gives him striking crystal blue eyes. At first, they're just two lonely souls, but an unbreakable bond starts to form. They find comfort and understanding in each other, a feeling neither has ever known. But not everything is as it seems. Zoya finds herself in trouble with a school bully named Quinn after a confrontation lands her in detention. She uses the time to dive deep into research about Isaac's condition, determined to understand him better. Their friendship blossoms into something more, a first love, shared in secret glances and a magical dance under the moonlight. Just when Zoya starts to believe in happily ever after, Isaac vanishes without a trace. Desperate for answers, Zoya begins to uncover a dark and tangled mystery. She finds clues pointing to the school's enigmatic headmaster, Victor, and his late wife, Luciana. What happened to Isaac? What secrets are buried in the school's past? Zoya realizes the story is far more complex and dangerous than she ever imagined. She's not just fighting for her love anymore. She's fighting for the truth. But I slipped into Victor's office and started searching for the key. But then I found his diary so many entries. He even wrote about finding Isaac's mask in the library. But then the door suddenly opened. What are you doing here? We need to find out who Isaac really is. I suspected he was Luciana's son, but we needed proof. After searching for a while, I found it Luciana's file with Isaac's birth records. What is this, Zoya? The key with the rose emblem. This will save Isaac. Got to Levictor's headed this way, thanks to Maggie. I also found the key that locked Isaac in the bell tower. I grabbed it and headed right to Isaac. Zoya, what happened here? Luciana gave birth to a baby with Waardenburg syndrome. It's you. You're her son, Isaac. Oh my God, we had the proof. Now we just needed to bring Victor down. Let's get out of here. We headed back outside, and Victor appeared out of nowhere. Before he could see me, Isaac pushed me behind a pillar. What do you think you're doing? Victor strode toward Isaac, grabbed the papers from his hands, glared at the documents, then pulled out a lighter and set them on fire. No, please, no. I felt tears streaming down my cheeks, seeing Isaac so helpless. But now I was more determined than ever to free him from Victor's control. The grand hall was packed with students, faculty, and board members all dressed to the nines. Even the school board and Kevin Luciana's husband were there, mingling with the crowd. We walked into the ball masks on Isaac by my side. He was nervous, but he held his head high. 2 weeks of planning led to this moment. Victor locked Isaac in the bell tower after that night. I told Isaac my plan and promised to come back and get him. Together, we'd expose Victor was talking to the board members when he saw Isaac. His face twisted with rage and he stormed over, but I wasn't going to let him get to Isaac. Get out of my way, Zoya. Why have you brought this monster here? He shoved me aside, but that only made Isaac angrier. Don't touch her. You're the real monster, Victor. How dare you? How dare you? You've been hiding Isaac, keeping him locked up. Isaac is Luciana's son. You kidnapped him. Admit it. Victor was in love with Luciana back when they were students, but she chose Kevin Thornfield over him. Luciana married Kevin and Victor stayed at the college as a teacher just to be close to her. He hated Kevin for taking her away. There was a storm the night Luciana gave birth. Kevin was on his way. The storm delayed him. Luciana died in childbirth while the baby was taken away. You did it as a twisted revenge on Kevin. She's lying. The only liar here is you, Victor. And then I took out Victor's diary with the duplicate records that Victor had previously burned. How could you? Luciana trusted you, you snake. You deserve it. You deserve all the pain in the world for taking my Luciana away from me. I'll finish you and your devil's son. Victor tried to attack Kevin, but he punched Victor first. Victor fell to the ground in agony. Right then, the guards appeared and took Victor away. You'll be punished, Victor, my son, my sweet son. I'm your father. Can I call you Dad instead of father? After their heartfelt hug, Isaac came straight to me. Thank you, Zoya. I love you. I love you too, Isaac. Like this video if you've ever felt the power of uncovering a hidden truth, and share it with someone who needs to know that secrets SGU unstay buried forever. What do you think? Can a forbidden love and a hidden truth change everything? Have you ever uncovered a secret that turned your world upside down? Leave your predictions, your own stories, your deepest thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you're re-notified the moment the next story drops. Thank you for walking this mysterious journey with me today. See you soon.